Click on a product box for more information.
Oh no! A deserted island? There could be snakes, or tigers, or really big bugs.
It's Letter Island, and here comes Emily the squirrel and Robbie the raccoon on the reading rover. I come here all the time to learn to read with Robbie.
This is a picture of my friend, T. He won't come out unless he hears the sound he makes over and over. Please say t.
T. My turn. T. We did it! Now I feed the G pod food that begins with the G sound. The other pod eats everything else.
Everything else?
Now I pick out the words that begin with the sound B.
If you do the clicking, I'll make the pies.
Whoa!
We're doing great work.
And now it's time to fill up the reading rover at the word pump so we can fly to another part of the island.
You know how to fly?
I'm full. Let's go!
Isn't this fun? And the more I learn, the more exciting the adventure becomes. Hey, look at the signs. I've seen some of those words before. Let's see. The ant sings.
Never mind singing ants. Watch out for that cloud.
End.
Wow! You made the cloud go away just by saying the word. Wait a minute. End? End of what?
Almost the end of today's adventure. But first, we get to read a book. Little messes. Big messes.
Big messes make Mom mad.
Mom's mad? Now I'm really scared.
This mess was made by Dad.
Uh-oh. We'll tell Mom it was the cat.
It's time for your favorite TV show.
Not now. I'm going to play with Millie and Bailey.
Millie and Bailey?
To build a bug. Should I explore on my own?
7 spots.
Or should I have the rabbit teach me?
Make a bug with 5 eyes.
5 eyes.
Nice bug.
Look, Mom.
Square.
I'm making a house with these
Rectangle.
shapes.
Triangle.
That's a nice house.
And a number machine, I can count 28 worms.
28 worms.
I didn't know you could count to 28.
And here, I'm finding the right size shoes for little, middle, and big.
I'm big. Shoes, please.
Large shoes.
That's wonderful.
And here's my favorite story. I'm learning lots of new words.
Dorothy likes to ride in a spaceship.
You did all that by yourself?
This is the letter machine.
And in the letter machine, I am learning about big and small letters.
Q.
Quails quarrel.
You can! Yes, I can. You can! No, I can't. Yes, you can.
That's so exciting. Let's invite your grandmother over so you can show her what you've learned.
But I already invited her to my party.
What do you mean you invited her?
See, first I picked a card, then some pictures, then some pizza.
How many people did you invite?
28.
Uh-oh. We better go get some food for all those people.
Hey! It's Bailey, Millie, and Sammy. Do you think I could get a tour?
A tour? I don't have time to give a tour. I'm about to make a new friend with a big green mouth and hairy arms, and then help Jenny the worm fill in the missing word.
My friend has curly red arms.
All the while learning common adjectives.
And then it's off to 3-letter carnival, where I'll fill up the cars and make the train go.
Mat, hat, cat. Mat, hat, cat, mat, hat, cat.
You can build in the workshop. And then I just got to spend some time in the workshop making my helicopter.
And learning to follow a blueprint.
And then I have a big job waiting at the cookie factory, counting the jelly beans for the cookies.
Jelly beans on my cookie, please.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, I'm Dorothy. What's my number?
And then I have to go to What's My Number to count rocket ships and other stuff for Dorothy.
Right.
And finally, I'm going to use the weather machine to decide what
Heavy
kind
snow.
of day we'll have.
No wind.
And learn how different variables affect the weather. What a day! Do you think you could repeat all that?
Repeat all that? I don't have time to repeat all that. Didn't you hear me? I have to make a friend with a big green mouth and hairy arms. Then help Jenny the worm.
I'm using Stanley sticker stories to make a storybook for school. What I did over my vacation.
Hey, it's Bailey, Sammy, Millie, and Trudy.
We played a lot together this summer. One day, a zebra came to the park. He was hungry, so we took him to the candy store for a sundae. This sundae should be bigger.
No way! Zebras don't eat sundaes.
Then he wanted to go for a swim.
You're making this up. Zebras don't swim in pools.
Then he wanted to run through the sprinkler, so he stopped by a garden.
Oh, now you're gonna tell me that the scarecrow talked.
Hey, that's a great idea. No zebras in the garden. Next we went to Bailey's house for a giant bowl of spaghetti. I wonder how you spell spaghetti.
Spaghetti. S-P-A-G-H-E-T-T-I.
Then I took him to the general store, where the clown said, you can have everything you want. Cool! I'll get a skateboard for Trudy, and a fire engine for Bailey, and a board game for Millie, and the...
Come on, you've made this whole thing up. What did you really do over vacation?
This is what I did all vacation. Made up stories with Stanley sticker stories.
Oh, I get it. So you don't really have a zebra.
There, that seems like a happy ending for everyone. Now I can add music, play the whole book back, or print it.
Honey, can you feed the zebra? He's eating all our ice cream.
Coming, Mom. No zebras in the garden.
Carnival? Well, we don't have room for a carnival.
Come look. I'll show you around. This is where I'll help Allison sort the carnival cars.
Green cars go here. Blue cars go here.
All right, as long as they don't park in my driveway.
And these are the Snap Clowns.
Clowns?
Let's make
They
a
have
number
huge
show.
appetites. They'll lead us out of house and home.
2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7.
Way to go!
Next, let's go to the Giggle Factory, where I'll help Odd Otter and Even Otter balance some laughs.
Put laughs on my scale to make the sign correct.
I see how this could be a fun way to learn.
And here's Pattern Block Roundup, where I make patterns with geometric shapes.
Unbelievable! Everyone should learn like this.
And then there's Zoozillions, too.
Oh, now you want a zoo.
I'll be the engineer on the Number Line Railroad and take my friends wherever they want to go. Let's pick up a passenger at station 101.
I want to go to 103.
And look, Dad, I'm learning to count money when I buy my friend's new outfit.
Money? Math is useful.
Now let's figure out how much change to give our customer. You're a hard worker.
And then there's this neat 3D gallery where I can create pictures from solids.
Math as we know it will never be the same.
And then there's this really fun game we can play on Annie's Jungle Trail.
Not now. We've got work to do. Print up tickets, set up tents. People will come from miles around to visit Zoo Zillions and Carnival Countdown. Hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people. Nighttime, and a host of catastrophic crisis hits our mighty Math City. You have been called to help the number heroes save the day.
But my cape's in the cleaners! Oh no! This looks big! The entire city's depending on us for their fireworks show!
Don't worry. By multiplying the fractions, we'll help Fraction Man launch the fireworks.
Seconds later, the GeoBot has a situation at City Hall.
Geometry emergency detected. To the geocomputer.
This could be a trap!
No, it's the geocomputer. Our mission is to create the correct geometric shape.
Please make a figure that has an area of 9 square units.
Great job. Hey, folks, welcome to Quizzo!
Now we're in trouble. Star Brilliant has us competing against Professor Lead.
We can do it. Use your keen mental abilities to complete the math challenge.
Player 1 is the winner.
Victory!
In no time, Handsome Chance is making action figures of himself.
And needs us to use the probability machine to decide what colors he'll wear.
I'm Handsome Chance, and I'm making action figures of me.
Hey, if we duplicated ourselves, we could help all the number heroes at once.
Meanwhile, the calculating crew is in serious trouble.
Hurry, Wanda Wavelet lost her treasure and needs us to find it.
Careful! Who knows what's in these waters? There could be sharks, or skulls, or something of value. Let me try.
No time. It's off to Planet Havarti, where you'll help Knick-Knack, Super Trader, distribute the items among the Havartians.
Me? But I'm scared of cheese. Just kidding.
And now,
I'll help Dr. G match 3D solids to 2D nets.
Hello, my name is Dr. G, director of the Superhero 3D Lab. Can you make a net match this solid?
This goes here, and this one there.
Moments later, someone leaves the bathwater running and floods the city.
I'll arm our hero within our budget at the Superhero Superstore, and then run home to turn the bathwater off.
Yes, our heroes prevailed this time, but what catastrophes await them? Will the problems multiply? Was that just a fraction of the trouble? Can they divide and conquer? Join us next time in Mighty Math City, and you too can be a hero.
Commencing status check. All systems normal. Warning.
What's that?
Destination.
Dad, you're gonna crash!
Completion space.
Oops. I guess we'll just park it here, kids.
Here, Dad, I'll drive. Once a thriving center of culture, Planet Geometry was abandoned due to a black hole. Only a fine mind and a determination to learn geometry can bring it back to life.
Let's make some boogie bots and then turn up the music.
Cool, let me try. First, I'll assemble the robot on a two-dimensional grid using blueprints and instructions. Then choreograph its three-dimensional dance using action tiles.
Hey, can I learn that dance?
never mind.
Let's make some
Here at the tessellation station, you combine your math and artistic skills to create a masterpiece. Like most on Planet Geometry, this activity uses virtual manipulatives.
To teach the connection between concrete and abstract ideas?
We never had virtual manipulatives when I was a kid.
You can also explore the Geometry Academy for learning and reviewing geometry terminology. Great for practical applications. For example, to put on a roof, would you use an acute or an obtuse angle?
I'd use a hammer.
You know, Dad, we can always move the growth slide down a level.
And moving right along to Geo Movies, where working with a cast of points, lines, and circles, you can make movies of geometric relationships. A great place to strengthen visual analysis skills.
Perfect. Because what I really want to do is direct. See? It's Jurassic Ark. Get it? Ark? Or how about When Squarey Met Sally? Or A Polygon 13? Or Bridge Over...
You have just been selected by the Astro-Algebra Alliance to pilot their flagship, the Algebra Centauri. The universe is teeming with mathematically challenged aliens who seek your assistance.
We're picking up a transmission from the far side of the sector.
Wow, this place is amazing!
You have to hurry. There's simply no time.
It seems the Glop has sent his ships to the no-go zones. His charts are unreadable and he needs you to decipher them.
We need you to deactivate.
By calculating ordered pairs, then by plotting them on the grapher, we've mapped out the borders of the no-go zones.
Now to collect our trophy.
And I didn't prepare an acceptance speech.
Impressive.
One of nearly 100 possible missions at various levels of difficulty. Or we could explore the Variablock station using virtual manipulatives.
Virtual what?
Virtual manipulatives. Watch how I snap the two blocks together to manipulate an equation.
Yeah, I knew that.
And here's the cargo bay to learn translating between fractions, decimals...
No time. We must return to Earth. Kids 12 to 14 deserve to know about the Astro-Algebra Alliance. We must alert them that it's great for homework, accelerating to the head of the class, altering the course of their future.
Or saving glops.
What are you doing in there? Let me in.
Okay, but it's top secret.
Why? Are you talking to that paper bag again?
Shh. Her name's Carrie, and she's saying the Science Scouts found us a project. First we turn the Earth, so it's nighttime.
Great. Now I'll have to go to bed.
Not now. We have to figure out whose paw prints these are.
Why? Did somebody track mud in the house?
This animal has 5 toes. On the front foot, this track is shaped like a triangle.
I know. They're bear tracks. Wow, a catapult.
Can you move the catapult up or down so that the ball will land in the bucket?
First I'll lift it higher. Yes! 2 points.
Nice work.
Now to test your memory.
Look at this scene very closely. Tag the animals to put them back where they were.
Where was the cougar?
The top?
Remember where the animals are in the bottom of the scene.
That's what I was going to say.
Use these tools to figure out what's in the mystery cave.
The object smells fruity. The object is red.
Apple! It's the apple!
We can try a harder one or see our reward in the treasure shop.
Hey kids, are you in there?
Shh, don't tell anybody. It's top secret.
Okay. Nobody except Dad. And Sparky. And the kids in my class. And maybe the president. Whoa! Shark!
Where?
Right here, in Destination Destination Ocean. I use it to make
ebooks, journals, movies, and find out really interesting things about the ocean. I use it all the time.
All right, places, everyone. Now, where were we?
We were being chased by a shark. I think I'll add some text.
We? You're not in the script.
Sure I am. You know, buddy system. Never swim alone. So then to escape the shark, we shrink down and hide in a sea anemone.
That's not how it goes. We're supposed to hide in a sunken ship.
Suddenly, a dolphin comes to our rescue. According to the fact book, they're extremely intelligent.
That's great, but it's not a dolphin who saves us. It's a
talking dolphin who says, "Follow me and I'll lead you to treasure."
What about me? This is my story.
Sorry, but if you come along, then we have to share the treasure 3 ways. Now I can print my story, or add music, sound effects, and watch the whole thing. Follow me, and I'll lead you to treasure.
Okay, it's my movie, and I'm taking movie making from Destination Ocean and using it to make a movie here, at Destination Castle, without you. First, I'm going to get a story idea.
I like to write fairy tales and stick myself into the story.
Okay, I'll portray a beautiful queen and you be my jester. Make me laugh and then clean my room.
Forget it. I'm going to Destination Rainforest.
Great! I'll start as a famous explorer and you can carry my equipment.
No way. I'm off to Destination Neighborhood.
Cool! A party for my birthday.
No, it's your going away party.
Going away? But I'm the star! Where's my close-up? Where's my limousine? Does this mean you don't want my autograph?
EDMARK. Excellence in education for over 25 years.